as we know, Black Panther Wakanda Forever is set to release on July 8th, 2022. We talked a few weeks ago in our movie news show about Ryan Coogler's discussion with Martin Freeman, who plays Everett Ross, about the sequel, and kind of went through what he was thinking and kind of the whole script and the treatment for what they were wanting to do. And Martin Freeman said it's very odd. He said Black Panther 2 is not your typical Marvel movie. It's going to be something kind of off in left field and weird. And now there is a new rumor circulating that Namor is going to play a huge role in this film and will be played by Tenoch Huerta.
I think I know
How
what
do
you're
you
talking
say?
about.
How do you say
I
your?
think he's in
How do
hold
you
on,
say his
hold on, hold
name?
on. I gotta get you. I gotta get that pulled up. Let me see. It's Tenoch Huerta.
Okay,
Yeah,
Tenoch. That's how you say his
and
name.
that's how I'm fucking saying it.
Okay,
I know how to say
Tenoch.
his last name.
I don't know. I apologize if I'm getting it wrong. Um, I looked at his. I'm not very familiar with the dude. I looked at his IMDb. I know he's in Narcos Mexico and a bunch of other Mexican films, but it's. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It's nothing that I've ever seen or heard of.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure, as far as his acting ability, I'm sure he's great. Um, I can't really attest to anything that he's done because I'm very unfamiliar with him. But I saw this
Yo,
story.
but like, okay, I'll let you finish what you guys say because I got something to say about
Well,
this actor.
go ahead, because we're gonna hop into this a little bit more.
Well, I was just gonna say like, as soon as it came out that Huerta was gonna be like Namor,
Hmm.
yo, fucking like the internet jumped on him hard. They just like checked him, and they ended up finding like a shit ton of like really like unflattering things he said on social media, especially Twitter.
Mm,
Like some things like you kind of can't forgive. And I want to if you guys are interested to see like what he said,
I didn't
go
know any of
ahead,
that.
look him up. Good luck for those of you that don't speak Spanish because they're on Spanish. So, but yeah, he said some really profound shit, and
Mm,
that just goes to show, man. Check, keep an eye on what you say online because that's gonna come and bite your ass. But it will
interesting.
be interesting to see how he able to take the movie because honestly, I am looking at his filmography. I haven't seen much. I don't know much of this. Like Days
Well,
of Grace, Sin Nombre,
yeah,
most of these are just movies that I just never seen, other than Narcos Mexico, which I saw a couple episodes of Narcos Mexico, but I never saw him act, so I
I don't
can't
know.
say much.
It's nothing that I was familiar with. And I first saw this on the Illuminati, which, if you're unfamiliar, it's an outlet. It's an outlet. They frequently post like scoops and content. Very often MCU and DC related, but anything pop culture related as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. Apparently, Namor's appearance could come in the form of a conflict between Wakanda and between Atlantis, which um, is kind of weird to me because, I mean, look at like the location of the two of them. Like, what would Wakanda and Atlantis have in common at all, other than the fact that they're two like secret communities of people? Um, I don't know. Of course, the my mind when I read the story initially went to Endgame, when before they start going back in time and trying to change what Thanos did. Um, you know, when Nat is talking to all of them via their own cool Zoom call, cooler
Mm-hmm.
Zoom than any of us have. Uh, Nat says, to Okoye, "Have you checked out those tremors or whatever the earthquakes going on?" And Okoye says, like, "It's an earthquake under the ocean. Like, that we handle it by not handling it," or whatever she says. Could she have been covering something up? Could that? I mean, obviously, the Russo brothers confirmed that that was a Namor reference.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they were trying to set something up or whether that was just kind of a cool little Easter egg, I don't know. But I mean, to be completely honest, I don't really know all that much about Namor. He was never a character that I like dove into that much as a kid. So I mean, I'm stoked to be able to explore Atlantis and to explore the underwater MCU world. I do know he's kind of an anti-hero. Like I don't think he's not Iron Man. He's not Cap.
No,
Like
he's
he's
so he's pretty much like he's the type of person like he's wanting to protect his own city because as you know, Wakanda was pretty secluded from the world because they didn't want their technology to be abused
right.
by outsiders. Well, for Atlantis, they didn't want surface dwellers to destroy their, mythical city. Like I'm sure they like destroyed they like did something there. I'm sure there was a
Right.
war before, and Atlanta doesn't want people to know about Atlantis, and Namor doesn't want people to know about Atlantis. But I think that with Wakanda opening up their city to the world, I think that's going to cause some conflict,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's probably where it'll start
Yeah.
because maybe they just want to be kept a secret and the fact that Wakanda is being shown out to the public could be a hint, could be like a hint of coming events
Yeah.
where Atlantis will soon be one of the most no, will be the next hidden city that will be revealed, and they don't want that.
Yeah, I don't know. More interesting than the casting choice for me was the fact that Namor could be like the main villain technically
Mm.
in Black Panther Part Two. So I don't know. Is this the weird thing that Martin Freeman was talking about? I have no idea. But I think it's interesting that Namor could make his
MCU.
his MCU debut in Black Panther Part Two. So I thought that was kind of interesting.